Hi, my name is Shannon Bingham, and today we are here with Jennifer DiMotta to interview her about what she is doing in life. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Excited to have you here. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Yes, so I have, my main business is Dundee Growth Partners. I work with a partner, Mark Haysbrook. And what we do is help businesses really get out of the mud. There are points in time where businesses, they can grow and then they can get stuck. And when they get stuck, sometimes they get a little blind about how to get out of that stuckness, and we help them get back out and grow again.
That's awesome. And Omaha's a great community for, growing businesses and stuff. So I'm sure you have a lot of great clients that you can have that opportunity to help here.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a lot of clients that are anywhere from 1 million to 300 million. So it doesn't really matter what your revenue size is, nor does it matter what your employee size is. We will help you either way.
That's awesome. So how do people find out about certain avenues like you that can help them in a situation they might be stuck in?
You know, Omaha is the biggest, smallest town there is in the United States, right? So it's usually a bunch of referrals or just a lot of networking and talking about what we do and having good conversations. And then we always start clients with an assessment. And that helps us get to know them better. It also helps them get to know us better. So it's a very sort of short-term engagement that allows us to say, are we really connected here? Do we have a good dynamic going? And then when we have something like that that goes into a longer engagement, those clients tend to also recommend us to their friends and family.
Oh yeah, you've helped them in a very tough situation.
Yeah.
So it's you're a comrade at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Helping them struggle in that war.
Yep, and I feel like I started that way. So one of my very first gigs here in Omaha back in the mid-90s was at ITI Telemarketing, which I don't even know if that exists anymore.
I remember that.
Right? We were doing outbound telemarketing. I was an account manager, and I was the youngest one. And they wanted to throw me all the bad accounts that were probably going to fire us in the next month or 6 months or whatever. And I really worked very hard and got many of those accounts out of the bad situations that sometimes ITI and sometimes they would get themselves into and get into success again. And I thought, oh my God, I think I'm pretty good at this. I want to go do this for others.
Oh, that's amazing. So you are a very strategic thinker.
Yes. Well, I love looking at the whole picture, right? Finding the opportunities through the data. And then, saying, hey, listen, I think we can go in these directions. I'm also very focused, so, there's a lot of times where I'll have clients that are looking at 10 or 20 things, and I'll say, nope, you know what, let's get this down to 3. Because that's where we need to focus, is 2 or 3 of these really important items. And then let's validate and see if that's really going to get you out of the mud. Because sometimes those 3 aren't the right ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of 2 or 3 things, you actually not only do that, but you have another opportunity that you're working on.
Well, my other passion project, which I've had for quite some time, and it came really out of, there was a lot more movement, and I think it still exists, but there was a lot of movement around developing women in I'd say 2015 to 2018 is when it was really starting to kick up. And I had led so many women that I adored helping and saw them flourish and saw them grow. They didn't know it themselves. I was pushing them to use their own potential. In the end, I thought, let me go off and do this by myself. I have a framework. Let me create my own business around helping women climb that career ladder. So that's called Uprisers. And really it's for women that want to climb the career ladder. Some women don't, and that's totally fine.
Yes.
Every woman has their own desires in their life. But some women want to climb that career ladder and they just don't know how. They get to a certain point and they're like, where do I go next? I feel like I have a ceiling right underneath my head. So I help them break through that ceiling.
Well, sometimes we get to a point in life where we just don't know that route to go.
Yeah,
and it's a good, to have that person in your corner to help you through those journeys is really great.
100%, and show you what really needs to get done. If you really want to climb that ladder, these are the things you really need to do, whether it's comfort or not.
Right, and you called it a passion project, and really that's what it is discovering that person's passion at the time to be able to catapult them into their next level.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I adore it. My heart rate goes sky high when I talk to women and help them grow. When I get a woman on, I was talking to a gal yesterday that I've been coaching for 3 years. And she has gone from director to senior director. Now she's ready for VP, and she's like, you know what I really need help with? And I said, what do you think you need help with? She said, I think I need help with strategic perspective and financial acumen. I said, you're spot on. Let's do it. So all of 2026 is going to be her doing exactly that, because that's going to get her in rooms that she never thought she'd be in 2 years ago.
Well, and your network will help that as well. I'm
Absolutely.
sure you're connected in the city,
yes.
and you can help
resources.
Put people where they need to be.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to a gal yesterday, and she said, I think my entrepreneurial superpower is being a connector. And I thought, you know what? I think mine is too.
Yep.
And, you know, some women we still find, right, are still jealous if other women climb the ladder. That's just a reality.
Yes.
But I think the bigger reality is there are plenty of women now that are ready to root you on.
Yes.
If you want to climb the ladder. You just need to find those.
The community's shifting here for
Yes,
sure.
it really is.
Even over in the last few years, like out networking, you get to see women, and we're in pods of, you know, packs now, and it's awesome.
Yeah, before this we were talking about Midwest Women's Entrepreneur Collective, which is a pretty new venture. They've done a few events this year. They started in February of this year, and I'm on the advisory board, so we're really going to kick it off next year. And I definitely want you to join, and any woman who's an entrepreneur should join. It is a group of women that I have found are very supportive of each other.
I think it's so necessary.
To see that, yeah.
Well, and I think people have discounted women in entrepreneurship for years. Like, we were, you know, not going to run top communities, and right now my salon's at 1.4 million for last year. That doesn't mean we're profitable yet, you know, but at the same time, you are constantly grinding. And I remember back 22 years ago when I opened the business, sitting with bankers, and they look at you cross-eyed. They're like, you want to open a beauty salon? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you'll need a business
wonderful.
plan.
Good
and
luck
I'm like,
with that.
here it is. Like, they discount you. And I think it's important for women to know that they have that, you know, ladder to climb, but at the same time, they have a community to support them.
Well, and I'm glad you know your number, 1.4 million, because a lot of women are really nervous about financials, and that's something I excel in. So I love to help women say, listen, this can really empower you if you understand your financials. It is literally your saver. It will save you, it will grow you, it will do everything. And financial acumen's become a very hot topic for women. So I love diving deep in on that topic.
Well, it's a scary place too, because money's money. If you fail at it, where's the next step?
Right. Right.
You know? And it's okay. Failure's fine.
And you've probably figured it out, right?
Well, you know, we're always learning.
Yeah, right.
But I think, you know, we really truly have so much to be thankful for in business, and we have a strong community of salon owners that have come together even after, especially after COVID.
Right.
And I think, again, like you said, community is so important. So you have those collective groups that you have your passion project with the women that you're doing, and I think that just showcases what Omaha has here.
Right.
The dynamic talent that we have with the women and the strong women. That's part of the reason I came down today, is because I'm like, I heard there's a bunch of really amazing women down here. I'm going to go. But you know, it's just
that's amazing that you did that. You just scooted on down here and said, I want to support these women. I mean, we need more of that. We have, it's definitely rising, but we definitely need more of that too.
And it just takes one or two to start it.
It does. It does.
And everyone will collaborate around it.
Yeah, because as much as women don't, well, I don't think they realize that they have a community around them that they can pull on. You can ask for things, and people are gladly going to support you. And that's another thing that I help women is, you've got to get out there and ask. It's okay. People are going to say yes.
Yes, they will.
They're going to be there for you. You just got to ask. They don't know if you need something.
And that's the thing. It's hard to ask those questions sometimes.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
So we talk a lot about balance. So what are some things you do to keep balance in life?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, I have a morning routine that's very important to me. And so I don't do anything until usually 8 o'clock. This is a 7:30.
I was going to say, this is my disruption today as well.
This is the disruption. I know. Usually 8 o'clock.
I used to work out this morning. It's fine.
Right, me too. So usually nothing can disrupt I wake up. First of all, I cuddle with my 2 dogs first, because I think it, breeds some, sort of serotonin and things like that, right? Then I read for about 20, 30 minutes, and then I work out. And then I'm listening to a podcast, usually after that, just something to get the brain, like, in the process of thinking strategically and things like that. And then I will sit down and make my list for the day. What are my top 1 to 3 things that I want to kill it with today? Not like get done, or those are other lists, but where do I want to just knock it out of the ballpark? Because there's always something. I want to make sure I have at least one thing I want to knock it out of the ballpark. Whether it's one meeting with a client or prospect I want to convert to a client, or an assessment I'm reading out to a potential client, whatever it is. Or even, you know, if I need to have a conversation with my daughter and I'm like, listen, let's have a good conversation. I want to really make her feel loved and stuff like that. Then that's my number one. Very intentional. And I also have a nighttime routine. I settle, so first of all, my husband and I go for a walk around 5:30 because I've got to, it's hard for me, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to transition out of work. Yeah. So we go for a walk, and even if
there's a transition out of work?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, I mean, sometimes, sometimes not.
10 o'clock, the phone call
As long
starts.
as you're in an 80-20 situation, 80% of the time, we'll go for a walk and get really talking about how was our day, how did we do, and then we end up talking about other things as well. So I think that's really important as well, to create balance. Yeah,
I've put in my schedule every 2 weeks to go have lunch with my daughter at school, or else I will just ride right over that and not actually get it done.
Yes, never miss that. I did that as well because I was just like you. I was all about my career even when my daughter was young, but there were boundaries, and so I said I need to go to lunch with her once a week so that I make sure I'm committing that type of time, because she also, you know, I was a single mom, and sometimes she had to come with me on a work thing at 8 o'clock at night or 10 a.m., right? And actually that built for a good, you know, she's got a good work ethic at this point in time.
That's great.
Yeah.
I call my daughter little CEO. She's got a lot of, she could run my salon right now if she wanted to. So yes.
Oh, nice.
She walks in and is like, who's that?
I see a succession plan going.
Yes, I can't have her look at my text because she will know who I'm talking about and want to get into the business. And I'm just like,
but
she'll find out when people are pregnant first. I'm like, you can't say anything. So we're careful.
How old
with
is
her.
she?
She's 9.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Mine's 29.
I love it.
Kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some final thoughts that you want to kind of make sure to wrap in, like with women here? What do you really want women to know today here on this podcast?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I really want women to know that they can do anything in reality. And if you are struggling to figure out how you can do that thing that you want to do, I mean, I'm happy to chat with you. No strings attached at all. That's part of what Passion Project is giving your time and not worrying about the rest, essentially. So, you know, I want women to know that 2026 can really be their banner year if they want it to be. Yeah.
Well, I am in agreement, and I will stand strong, and I will be calling you because I'm sure you're a resource that I would love to chat with more. So
great.
Thank you, Jennifer, so much for being on the podcast today, and hope you guys got a lot out of it. So be sure to connect with her on LinkedIn, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you.